My name is Katerina, and I'm a young pioneer for the Seeds&Chips Summit. Before beginning the topic of today, of this morning, I would like to introduce myself. As I said, I'm Katerina. I am 21 years old, and I'm half Italian, half American, but mostly I'm a European citizen. I'm a member of the European Youth Parliament, an international network that gathers more than 40,000 young students from all over Europe. And I'm here to present to you a very special event that will happen in April 2020. The event is called an international session. The theme of this event is circular sustainability. For 10 days, 350 students will gather in the city of Milan to discuss the topic of sustainability. This event will be structured in three main moments. We have team building, we have committee works, where every committee will be able to discuss in depth one SDG. And finally, the 10-day event will end with a 2-day parliamentary session where they will be able to discuss and debate and in the end vote on their resolutions. This event represents a very special moment for young students all over Europe because it allows them to put themselves in the front line and discuss the future, the sustainable future of Europe. We believe in empowering young students. We believe in teaching them civic education. We believe in the possibility to involve young European citizens, young European students, in the policy making of tomorrow and of today. So next year, if you happen to hear about this event in Milan, please know that it is an event organized by young students for young students. We hope to be able to see you there, to involve you in some way, and I thank you so much for your attention, and I wish you a pleasant day here at Seeds&Chips. Thank you.
Thank you, Katerina, and good luck for you and everything. Your Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. Before we begin this session dedicated to SDGs, which, as you know, is in the DNA of Seeds&Chips to make concrete and real, we will hear from the responsible of external affairs and promoter of key innovations in automotive technology, Andrea Saccone from Toyota. We are grateful to him to have Mirai as the official car of Seeds&Chips because it really is an interesting experience to travel on a hydrogen fuel car, the first that is really thought for mass, hopefully, distribution. So welcome to Andrea Saccone, who is arriving from here.
Good morning, everyone. My presentation will be in Italian. I hope translation is available for those who need. The slides will be in English, so I think everyone can follow. Buongiorno, è un vero piacere, un onore essere qui, aprire la mattinata di oggi con un tema, quello della mobilità, estremamente importante per la sostenibilità, e nei prossimi 10 minuti vi vorrei raccontare qual è l'impegno e la visione di Toyota per una mobilità sostenibile. Toyota dà grande importanza alla salvaguardia dell'ambiente. Questo è il motivo per cui nel 2015, quasi in contemporanea con la pubblicazione degli SDGs e degli accordi di Parigi sul clima, Toyota ha voluto formalizzare il proprio impegno che vedete alle mie spalle. Sono 6 challenges con obiettivi fino al 2050, un piano olistico, comprensivo, che abbraccia tutte le attività industriali e commerciali di Toyota con obiettivi molto tangibili, molto ambiziosi, ma tangibili e misurabili. E vanno in particolar modo nella direzione dell'abbattimento dell'impatto ambientale e delle emissioni di CO2 dei nostri prodotti. Ad esempio l'obiettivo per il 2050 è di ridurre le emissioni di CO2 del 90% rispetto alla base del 2010, ma guardando all'intera attività di Toyota, quindi non solo nell'utilizzo dei nostri prodotti, ma anche nella fase di produzione dei componenti, assemblaggio, logistica, fino allo smaltimento. Ecco, un impegno veramente molto importante e chiaramente per raggiungere questi impegni, questi obiettivi, la tecnologia che che utilizzeremo nei nostri prodotti e che metteremo sul mercato ha una grandissima importanza. La strada è tracciata, è quella di un po' di tutti i costruttori di automobili, è quella della progressiva elettrificazione dei sistemi di trazione. Ma spesso si tende a confondere elettrificazione con l'auto elettrica. In realtà l'auto elettrica, o più propriamente l'auto elettrica a batteria, è solo una delle forme di elettrificazione possibili ed attuabili. Toyota sta sviluppando tutte e 4 le forme di elettrificazione possibili, ad esempio l'auto ibrida, della quale siamo stati precursori, che abbina un motore elettrico ad un motore termico per raggiungere efficienze maggiori e consumi minori, ma anche l'ibrido plug-in, che ha un'autonomia a zero emissioni più ampia dell'auto ibrida, l'elettrico a batteria, come dicevo, e anche la vettura a idrogeno, che vedete al di fuori di questa hall, che diciamo, è la vettura ufficiale di questa manifestazione. L'auto ibrida, secondo noi, avrà comunque un grande futuro, una lunga strada davanti a sé. Questa è la visione qualitativa di come Toyota vede il coesistere di queste 4 forme di elettrificazione, per le quali diciamo, è necessario, per raggiungere una mobilità realmente sostenibile, che queste 4 forme continuino a diciamo, coesistere, e Toyota sta investendo nella ricerca e nello sviluppo di ciascuna di queste forme. Come dicevo, vediamo un lungo periodo di vita per l'auto ibrida, perché è in grado di raggiungere emissioni e consumi effettivamente molto rilevanti, e pian piano, qualitativamente, vedremo che ci sarà una crescita progressiva e graduale di forme di elettrificazione a zero emissioni, come l'auto elettrica e l'auto fuel cell. La nostra strada nel processo di elettrificazione nasce molti anni fa. Erano a metà degli anni 90 quando Toyota ha deciso di sviluppare il primo ibrido con la Prius. Nel 2014 è iniziata la produzione di serie di Mirai, la nostra vettura a idrogeno. A partire dal prossimo anno in alcune regioni del mondo introdurremo delle vetture elettriche a batteria, per arrivare fino al 2030, quando il nostro obiettivo tangibile è quello di immettere sul mercato 5 milioni e mezzo di veicoli elettrificati all'anno, di cui almeno 1 milione elettrici a batteria o a fuel cell, quindi a idrogeno, quindi veicoli a zero emissioni, verso il raggiungimento dell'obiettivo del 2050 di cui parlavo prima. Toyota è stato uno dei precursori nell'elettrificazione e nell'ibrido. Ad oggi sono ben 13 milioni i veicoli ibridi Toyota circolanti al mondo, importati in ben 90 paesi. Di questi 13 milioni, 4 milioni sono Prius. Prius, come diciamo, è stato il primo modello, precursore, e vuole essere, come dice il nome, avanti sempre sui tempi. Calcoliamo che grazie all'auto ibrida si sia potuto risparmiare per l'ambiente un equivalente pari a 100 milioni di tonnellate di emissioni di CO2. Per darvi una misura, è quasi una volta e mezzo le emissioni annuali di una metropoli delle dimensioni di Tokyo. Ma non è solo una forma di trazione particolarmente efficiente da un punto di vista energetico, lo è anche da un punto di vista di inquinanti. Per esempio, nel caso degli NOx, che sono tristemente noti perché diciamo, causano i blocchi del traffico nelle nostre metropoli, e il problema della qualità dell'aria diventa ogni giorno più sensibile nelle aree urbane. Ebbene, nel caso degli NOx, gli ibridi di Toyota e di Lexus sono in grado di abbattere le emissioni di oltre il 90% rispetto di quello che è il limite previsto dalla legge dell'omologazione europea dei veicoli. E ora veniamo a Mirai, la vettura ufficiale di questa manifestazione. Mirai è il futuro per Toyota. Mirai è una parola giapponese che vuol dire proprio futuro. Si tratta di un'auto a zero emissioni, è vero e non è vero, perché in realtà esiste una forma di emissione, è l'acqua che si forma dalla reazione elettrochimica tra l'idrogeno e l'ossigeno all'interno delle fuel cell, quindi una vettura estremamente pulita, ma è anche una vettura che da un punto di vista di utilizzo è assolutamente paragonabile ad una vettura convenzionale, quindi ha un'autonomia di oltre 500 km, prestazioni appaganti, e si rifornisce in poco più di 3 minuti. È stata introdotta in Europa e negli Stati Uniti nel 2015, la produzione è gradualmente aumentata e fino a quest'anno sono ben 8.000 le vetture circolanti al mondo, di cui 400 in Europa e 7 immatricolate in Italia. Cresceremo. Ma dall'anno prossimo la produzione farà un salto per cui decuplicheremo la capacità produttiva, a testimonianza dell'importanza che Toyota dà al ruolo di questa tecnologia per il futuro. Quali sono i benefici? Perché ci crediamo? Beh, innanzitutto perché, come dicevo prima, è una vettura a zero emissioni, quindi la trazione è elettrica, nessuna emissione nociva durante il funzionamento, nessuna emissione di clima alteranti. In secondo luogo perché l'idrogeno è una risorsa illimitata in natura e può essere ricavata da moltissime fonti, per cui contribuisce alla sicurezza energetica del Paese. In terzo luogo perché fornisce una possibilità, una soluzione per l'accumulo energetico che favorirà lo sviluppo delle energie rinnovabili, lo sviluppo delle energie rinnovabili, specialmente quelle intermittenti come il solare e l'eolico, che per natura producono più energia magari in qualche momento piuttosto che quando serve. Ecco, producendo idrogeno si può stoccare questa energia prodotta in eccesso e riutilizzarla successivamente. E in quarto luogo perché ha un'alta elevata densità di energia e quindi è un carburante particolarmente adatto per l'autotrazione. Ma l'idrogeno ha senso per l'autotrazione, ma ha senso anche per la società più in generale. Secondo Toyota si potrebbe arrivare a parlare di una vera e propria società dell'idrogeno, dove accanto alle fonti tradizionali di combustibili fossili vi potrà essere un contributo sempre maggiore e crescente di fonti di energia alternativa, come dicevo prima, rinnovabile, e l'idrogeno potrà essere prodotto via elettrolisi dall'energia rinnovabile, come dicevo prima, oppure da altre fonti come biomasse o trattamento delle acque di scarico, utilizzato tal quale su autoveicoli terrestri, su mezzi pesanti, oppure nell'industria, così come avviene già oggi, o anche ad uso civile, come testimoniano alcuni progetti molto interessanti pilota che si stanno avviando in varie parti del mondo, e poi riconvertito in energia elettrica per alimentare utenze elettriche, ancora una volta industriali, civili o veicoli elettrici a batteria. Ecco, idrogeno e elettricità, nella nostra visione, non sono antagonisti, così come non sono antagonisti l'auto elettrica a batteria e l'auto a idrogeno, ma solo attraverso un approccio sistemico e sinergico si potrà veramente lavorare per una società sostenibile. Le sfide ambientali stanno diventando sempre più pressanti. Secondo Toyota è il momento di accelerare lo sviluppo verso forme di mobilità elettrificate, e questo è il motivo per cui dal mese scorso Toyota anche ha deciso di mettere a disposizione il proprio know-how e tecnologia, rendendo libero l'accesso a oltre 24.000 brevetti accumulati in oltre 20 anni di ricerca e sviluppo su tecnologie chiave dei propri veicoli ibridi, plug-in e a fuel cell, proprio per dare la possibilità di accelerare lo sviluppo dei veicoli elettrificati per la società e per l'ambiente. Toyota è un'azienda che è famosa per il miglioramento continuo. Secondo noi esiste sempre una maniera migliore di fare le cose, e questo non vale solo per i nostri prodotti e per la tecnologia, oppure per i processi produttivi particolarmente efficienti per cui siamo famosi, ma anche per migliorare la nostra vita, la vita dei nostri clienti, della società e dell'ambiente in generale. Vi ringrazio per l'attenzione, sono disponibile, sono raggiungibile presso lo stand dove è mostrata la Mirai nel caso in cui qualcuno abbia qualche curiosità. Grazie.
Microphone moment. Microphone. Can you hear me?
Sì.
Yes, okay. Thank you very much, and we hope that possibly this tour of the Sustainable Development Goals will also see you on board.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. So the core of this moment we have together this morning is, as we mentioned, the 17 Sustainable Development Goals Their first seed is during the 1992 Earth Summit in Rio de Janeiro. They had quite a trajectory until they became the core and the essence of the Agenda for Sustainable Development, which all countries in the United Nations have decided to support. We started this event asking every speaker to choose a sustainable development goal that they would like to make concrete and real. And we keep on bringing this message. Imagine that during any conversation that you will have from now on, you will be saying to someone, to a leader of industries, of governments, institutions, now what goal would we like to make real together? In the following room, there is a wonderful installation curated by Elisabetta Latanzi-Illy, who will close this session. And the idea is that, in fact, please spend time in them, because each container offers information, stimulus, both creative and factual, on the specific goals. And the dream is that then they go on a tour. But until they embark on a physical tour, at least let's bring them on a tour in our conversations and in our days. I would like to now invite our host, Marco Gualtieri. Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning.
So,
Do you want me here with you?
no, stay here with me,
Stay here,
please. So, yes, as Christina was just saying, the goals are our new baby. They starts here in Milan in these days, and we will travel through Italy, but we hope for all over the world. We need to engage people on the goals. Next year, 2020, we will have just 10 years to reach the goals. And we know all the data behind the importance to reach these important goals. So we need to bring everywhere, we need to engage young people, we need to engage leaders of corporations, of states, etc. And we thought that this is one of the way we try to transform the goals is a pop approach. We want to, they are so cool because they are so colored, but even if the content itself is much more important. So we thought that the Goals on Tour project, bringing with the containers the colors of the goals and the content could be a way to engage people. You know, Christina, that I talk every single day about the SDGs with people with which I interact. And honestly speaking, in the last months, I've been surprised when some executives of huge companies in the world were not informed about the goal. Were not informed, you know. And I believe, as we said in the opening of Seeds&Chips last Monday, they are the biggest opportunity, business opportunity for humanity, the reaching of the goals. So now it's time to bring the goals in our
into
lives.
Reality,
into
absolutely.
politics, into the businesses, into our daily choices and activities.
Because they do set a blueprint, a roadmap, and they do incorporate every single action that we need to be taking to support sustainable development and to reverse climate change. And as we said at the start, well, why are they so relevant here at Seeds&Chips? Because the food systems really do touch on the majority of those goals. We can't imagine ending poverty, for example, or hunger without addressing how we source foods, and we can't think that education or fostering well-being and health are not part of the equation too. So they really are, as much as they're separate containers, they are one thing, and that is what is challenging to promote, is this holistic approach that we really need to be having.
So
And
Following, I want to thank Elisabetta Illy because she inspired me a lot with this project. But we start just thinking how to use the containers, and the list of ideas is big. After Milano, they will move to Rome. We will bring the FAO. Then we will organize a tour. We will bring it to Melbourne. But we will use music. We will use movies. We will use everything we can use to engage people. I just want to spend a couple of words because after we will have the Secretary of the Republic of San Marino. I want just to introduce you because we have had the heads of state of the Republic of San Marino. I don't know who knows, but the Republic of San Marino has two heads of state. They are called reggenti. And they came here with a delegation of students of the Republic of San Marino, and then we will listen Marco Podeschi, the secretary. And the Republic of San Marino launched a challenge. And they said, we want to become the first state who will reach the goal. And I think that is an amazing strategy, is an amazing decision that will inspire a lot of other states and places, etc., to follow their example. And doing that, I think we can accelerate. We need to accelerate.
Absolutely. So it is interesting to hear what Marco was saying. I wasn't aware of the fact that many people don't really know about this roadmap, about the SDGs. So it's nice to know that we can bring into our conversations an element of discovery. It's nice to share with people, as much as the hard thing is that when they're obvious, you kind of look at them like, really, you didn't know? But instead it's, wow, we have this opportunity. So let's embrace it all together, and we do have a lineup of people who touch upon different areas and who we don't want to take time away from. So thank you, Marco.
Thank you. See you later.
See you later. So now I would like to call Margherita Astralaga, who's Director of the Environment, Climate, Gender, and Social Inclusion Division of IFAD, the International Fund for Agricultural Development. Welcome. The stage is yours.
Well, hello? Hello? Yes. I'm really proud to be here today representing the United Nations International Fund for Agriculture Development and joining this fantastic initiative. We at IFAD, together with our Rome-based agencies, FAO and WFP, are obviously working in all SDGs. So it's not easy to choose one that we want to be part of because we are contributing to all of them. But SDG 2 for us is very close to our heart. We want to end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. And this is a key challenge for all of us. We have about 700 million people that live still under $2 a day. And many of those people, and even more than that, go hungry every night. So we need to produce more food, nutritious and healthy food for the future. This exhibition takes a very important step from converting this maybe government 2030 agenda or international institutions SDG agenda to the world. And we want to congratulate Seeds&Chips for this great initiative because we want all the CEOs of all companies around the world to understand the big challenge ahead of us. We want all the citizens of all the villages and towns of the world to be aware of the big challenge we are facing. It's an ethical issue. We cannot allow people to go hungry. We cannot allow people to not have right to education, to safe water. So it's a commitment from all of us, not just from governments or international organizations. So through this container of SDG 2, while it travels the world, we will share solutions. The three of us, the three agencies working in agriculture, will share solutions so that we can learn from each other and we can share all this knowledge we have gained, in our case in IFAD, with more than 40 years working in agriculture, promoting smallholder agriculture and sustainable agriculture. These smallholder farmers are facing some of the largest challenges right now. Challenges related to lack of access to resources, to water, to energy, to soil, to land. But also they are the ones that are facing the risks of climate change every day. When there is a flood, when there is a drought, they are the ones that suffer the first and foremost. So although they contribute to climate change, they are part of the solution. And our small farmers and smallholder farmers are not really the ones producing and generating the greenhouse gases. Nonetheless, they are the ones suffering every time climate change hits their lands. I wanted to focus this last part on the issue of nutrition, because we cannot be complacent. Nutrition is key for the development of our brains when we are babies, when we are small. And it's very worrying to see that in 2017, 821 million, almost 11% of the world population, was undernourished. It's an increase of 17 million from 2016, and we think we are making progress. And as Marco said, 2030 is around the corner. So how are we going to deal with these big challenges, ensuring that every person in this world has access to healthy, affordable, and accessible food? So basically, this threatens the development of all the continents, but particularly Africa. So this Zero Hunger container clearly shows that there is a great opportunity to break the silos and work together. And that's why the three Rome-based agencies are demonstrating that we need to work together and we have to work together. The improved nutrition has the ability to underpin the achievement of multiple SDGs, because of course it affects sectors related not just to agriculture, but to health, to education, to trade and finance. So in this regard, IFAD is committed to continue mainstreaming nutrition, and as part of our commitment today and in the last few months, we have agreed that all our projects will look into nutrition issues, and at least 50% will ensure that our investments worldwide will focus in nutrition-sensitive projects to ensure that we can deal with it. So it's a real pleasure to be here, and I'm looking forward to join you in this long road promoting the SDGs, and thank you for this opportunity. We need all of you to work with us. So thank you very much.
Thank you. And now is the moment for Marco Podeschi, who is Minister of Education, Culture, Research, Information, Sport at the Repubblica di San Marino. And we are so touched and by the fact that you have actually declared openly that you will implement the SDGs in your practices. So
we try to make it.
Well,
sorry,
but the
I speak in Italian because
Allora-
my English is not a lot.
Allora ringrazio anche in
Grazie a lei.
italiano perché già dirlo, come dicono, no? Quando le cose le dici sono già mezze fatte. Poi c'è il sostegno di tutti, ma è una gran bella notizia.
E grazie a
quella
Marco
che ci
Gualtieri per l'energia che ci mette e
Perché
averci
poi
coinvolti in
lui
questo
soffia
progetto.
un po', no?
Sì, sì. I marchi sono un po' così.
Allora, esatto,
Grazie.
la prego di venire al centro, grazie.
Thank you very much. Eccellenze, graditi ospiti, autorità, perché un paese che ha 1718 anni di storia deve impegnarsi per essere full compliant per gli SDGs delle Nazioni Unite? perché è un paese, una piccola repubblica che vi invito a visitare, che è su un monte, che ha attraversato guerre, ha vissuto momenti complicati a livello mondiale, deve impegnarsi in modo molto attento affinché l'Agenda 2030 delle Nazioni Unite possa diventare presto realtà. Il motivo è molto semplice. La Repubblica di San Marino è uno Stato che è stato sempre neutrale, noi siamo passati attraverso episodi mondiali molto molto importanti, noi riteniamo che l'ambiente e la sostenibilità ambientale sia un tema a cui dare seguito concreto. Spesso i politici, io sono un politico, fanno parole e spesso i fatti mancano. Ecco, noi veniamo da una terra che è molto concreta, siamo inseriti nella Romagna, una terra in cui, per farvi un caso, ad esempio, è la terra in cui è nata la Ferrari, in cui è nata la Lamborghini, in cui sono nati marchi molto importanti. Allora qualcuno potrebbe dire: perché portare avanti progetti nei quali le auto non fanno più rumore, le auto si possono muovere in modalità elettrica, ibrida, a idrogeno? Questo perché l'ambiente sicuramente non è infinito. Noi dobbiamo impegnarci in modo molto concreto, reale e celere affinché gli SDGs delle Nazioni Unite diventino realtà, ma molto prima del tempo fissato dalle Nazioni Unite. In questo la Repubblica di San Marino è un paese chiaramente piccolo e voi potrete pensare è semplice per un paese di 33.000 abitanti e 64 km quadrati realizzare queste cose. Non è così chiaramente, perché c'è un aspetto culturale sul quale attraverso Seeds&Chips noi possiamo chiaramente investire sulle giovani generazioni. Noi dobbiamo oggi porre in essere interventi concreti affinché le generazioni di domani abbiano un futuro migliore. Noi non dobbiamo rovinare il futuro delle giovani generazioni. Noi non abbiamo un mare, San Marino non ha un mare, però siamo impegnati, per farvi un caso, a portare avanti una campagna concreta ed è partita in questi mesi affinché la plastica monouso sparisca dalla Repubblica di San Marino. Io stesso ho fatto qualche settimana fa una circolare: nelle scuole della Repubblica di San Marino dal prossimo anno non verrà più usata plastica monouso. E questo è un progetto, sono cose molto concrete, ma c'è di più. Essere parte di un network mondiale in cui gli stakeholder, i politici, gli imprenditori possono incontrarsi, parlare e portare avanti azioni concrete, questo è un impegno che la Repubblica di San Marino vuole portare avanti. È un obiettivo realistico, è un obiettivo concreto nel quale noi dobbiamo con entusiasmo, coraggio e caparbietà portare avanti questo progetto, perché chiaramente ciò che noi oggi, a cui noi lavoriamo, è il futuro delle giovani generazioni. Io vi porto l'esperienza di un paese che ha una tradizione millenaria, è uno Stato che probabilmente molti di voi non conoscono, non hanno mai visto e mai visiteranno, però la nostra storia ci insegna che essere perseveranti, puntare su obiettivi lungimiranti e capire che i beni che noi abbiamo non sono infiniti, ecco, questo sicuramente è uno degli aspetti fondamentali da porre al centro di questa azione. Ed è per questo che San Marino intende essere fra i primi paesi full compliant per le SDGs delle Nazioni Unite. Il nostro paese ha sempre partecipato con convinzione a tutte le attività portate avanti dalle Nazioni Unite su questo tema. Il nostro paese vuole essere allineato alle best practice portate avanti in questi termini. Il nostro paese vuole collaborare, cooperare con le aziende più attive in questo senso. Ad esempio, sono stato anticipato da Saccone di Toyota Italia, noi abbiamo avuto l'opportunità 2 anni fa di portare avanti un progetto e portare un'auto a idrogeno per la prima volta nella Repubblica di San Marino. Ecco, questo è ciò che vogliamo fare nei prossimi mesi. Grazie a una piattaforma molto importante come Seeds&Chips, grazie all'energia delle persone che sono qui in questa sala e che con convinzione portano avanti a questo progetto, è un obiettivo che non possiamo fallire, non per noi, ma per i miei figli, per le nuove generazioni. Grazie.
Sounds like we'll have many good reasons to come visit you, and the challenge of reducing mono-use plastic is huge, and hopefully you will be able to share not only the end result, but how you got there.
We try to as a little example. Very small.
A little big example.
Yes, thank you very much.
Very much.
Thank you.
Okay, and in relation to communication, which of course is kind of a prime ingredient, it's what brings everything together. It's a big challenge to transform the complexities of our times into clear, pragmatic messages. So now it's time to hear from Berlin Cabel, who is Communications Advocacy Officer at FAO. Welcome. Here comes the center stage. No. Oh, you want the podium? Okay. So light on the podium. Thank you. The clicker. Okay. Would you like to stand at the podium?
Can you hear me? Okay.
Are you more comfortable at the podium?
Actually, maybe
Yeah,
because I have
think
so
you
many
are.
things
You have
in
so
my
many
hand,
things
so
in
I
your
don't
hand.
know how to navigate
Why don't
all
you
that.
get comfortable here? Let's just check the microphones. Yes, so I'll take this one for you. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you, everybody. Before I start, I would like to actually thank Seeds&Chips for the great campaign and great opportunity to raise awareness and spread the word around the SDGs, Sustainable Development Goals. It's actually very needed at this time. As our hosts mentioned earlier, it's almost 2020, so we have to join forces and move all together. So before I take you into our journey at FAO with the Zero Hunger, I would like to start with a video, and then we'll continue.
Food. We all need food. Food is essential for life. Not just enough food so you don't go hungry, but also the right mix of food, so you get the nutrients you need. Without it, we would grow sick, stunted, or die. There are more of us than ever before, many more. In the last 100 years, we have doubled, tripled, and our population is still growing dramatically, but our resources have remained the same. The Food and Agriculture Organization was created in 1945, after we had suffered 2 world wars, a Great Depression, and countless other conflicts, famines, and disasters, which helped us understand that we're all in this together. Sir John Boyd Orr, FAO's first Director General, declared,
"Our aim is that every man, woman, and child in the world should have the food he needs to be really healthy."
At that time, a third of us was suffering from hunger and malnutrition. Although the population has since tripled, the number of hungry people has been reduced to 1 in 9. FAO is a neutral forum where most countries are now represented. Together we can change the system and eradicate hunger without compromising our biodiversity or ecosystems. In these 70 years, many things have changed. Together, men and women can now combine the discoveries of modern science with our ancient arts of farming, fishing, and forestry, and make this knowledge and experience available for everyone. This knowledge has allowed us to completely eliminate rinderpest, the cattle plague which decimated herds, and control the propagation of other viral livestock diseases. Integrate pest management without relying on excessive use of pesticides. Regulate fishing with a code of conduct for responsible fisheries. Reduce the effects of locust swarms as they move from country to country. Develop international food safety standards with the Codex Alimentarius. Set up the International Treaty of Plant Genetic Resources and oversee the worldwide collection and storage of seeds. Whether it is by using modern scientific methods or age-old remedies, the experience and expertise collected by FAO is available for everyone to learn from and put to use. FAO is also here to work with governments and civil society to resolve the economic, production, distribution and storage problems which countries have to face, both in good times and in bad, and advise on how to increase resilience to mitigate disasters. We also promote farming methods and techniques to help avoid overfarming, overfishing and unrestrained logging to ensure the earth can continue to sustain us now and in the future.
Nuestro mandato sigue tan necesario como cuando empezamos en 1945. Dar comida a todos. Transformar la comida en un derecho de todos.
Even if we continue to multiply, we can be the zero hunger generation, helping countries to provide good, nutritious food for everyone.
Thank you very much. A glimpse of FAO long and continuing journey to reach zero hunger. We work in a network of 130 countries, offices in these countries, 5 regional offices, 9 sub-regional offices. We have, of course, 194 member countries. But I will jump all these facts and take you directly to our point today about the Sustainable Development Goals. As our hosts mentioned earlier, the goals were adopted by the member states of the United Nations in 2015. And it is the first time in history that member countries actually agree on a policy agenda, a comprehensive policy agenda. And this is like a great transformation in our history. That's why it's a chance that we have to take advantage of. The 17 development goals are comprehensive, and yet they are interlinked. So without achieving, we have to work on them all at the same time. We have to work on all sectors together so that we can reach these goals at the end. From our perspective at FAO, we give a special attention to the SDG 2, which we in general call zero hunger. The SDG 2 actually states as end hunger, achieve food security, and improve nutrition, and promote sustainable agriculture. So it's a wide goal, as you see. In our work in FAO and also in all the Rome-based agencies, our sister agencies, we actually believe that the SDG comes at the heart of the Sustainable Development Goals, responding to, from ending poverty and hunger to responding to climate change and sustaining our natural resources. Food and agriculture actually comes at the heart of this. And just to give you an example, I see we have some young people here with us. To simplify all these complexities, you cannot achieve good health without having good nutrition. So SDG 3, which is for good health, cannot be achieved without SDG 2. And the role goes on. Throughout our history at FAO, eradicating hunger, or in other words, achieving zero hunger, has been at the heart of FAO's mandate. FAO works on collecting, analyzing, and disseminating data that aids development and works with countries both to devise and implement policies that takes into account the multifaceted nature of zero hunger. For us, zero hunger means working together to ensure everyone, everywhere, has access to safe, healthy, and nutritious food that helps them lead active and healthy lives. Okay, it's not really an easy job. The challenge we're facing now is that the number of hungry people in the world are actually very high. We have 821 million people who are suffering chronic undernourishment. And if you look at this graph, you will see that, unfortunately, this number has been raising at the last few years. After 1 decade of decline, we can see that the numbers are increasing again from 804 in 2016 to the number we're facing now in 2017, according to the latest data we have. So it's actually a big challenge. And to simplify it a little bit more, this means that 1 of 9 persons in the world suffer from hunger, and even more, 1 in 3 suffer from malnutrition. And this is happening in the time that we are wasting 1/3 of the food ready for human consumption. So we actually have enough food to feed everybody in the world, but we're wasting 1/3 of it. And here comes all the challenges that we are facing to reach zero hunger. Another challenge is the very increasing numbers of obesity, which reached now 672 million people, and this is like taking us into another level of challenge. In terms of communication, to give you an example of what we're doing at FAO, every year at the World Food Day, which marks the anniversary of establishing FAO at the 16th of October, FAO leads a global campaign to raise awareness on pressing issues related to agriculture and food. And in 2018, our campaign had the slogan of "Our actions are our future. A zero hunger world by 2030 is possible." So we believe that it's now time to get back on track and work on reversing the numbers that are already scaling up in terms of hunger around the world. We believe that everybody now should join these efforts and take a step ahead to change these numbers from government to private sector to smallholder farmers. Everybody can play a role. Zero hunger moves beyond all these restrict barriers and has to be a collective effort by everyone. So what can we do to achieve zero hunger? Trying to communicate this complicated issue was a big challenge for us at FAO, and then we thought that the best way to do it is to actually put it into actions and give these actions to all the concerned parties that can play a role, be it governments, private sector, farmers, general public, civil society, and even young people and kids. It's very pleasing to see so many young people around here in the event, and having also a host as a young lady. This all give us the idea about the big role of the youth in changing our future.
I have the very unhappy role of telling you that we need to wrap up.
Okay.
Thank you.
So to cut the story short, I will jump very, 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 very quickly and leave you with this message, and with a big thank you from me and apologies for talking for too long. Oh, there is a video here. Should be playing. Anybody in the
Another drought, another famine. This is nothing new.
Millions of people are on the verge of starvation.
Does anybody care anymore? Sometimes it seems like nothing more than another distant headline competing for our attention.
This is not a headline. This is real life.
In a few years, there'll be 10 billion people on the planet. How many of us will go hungry then?
One food crisis after another. The number of hungry people across our planet on the rise. And the causes? Droughts, floods, but also our wars, our conflict and violence.
This makes no sense. We are causing it.
So what kind of future is waiting for us?
You could almost say famine and hunger are man-made. But if this is true, could we also be the ones to change things?
We have one food future, or no future at all. If we don't change things, who will?
There's enough food for everyone. We need to respect our food, the people who grow it and the people who don't have enough.
Imagine a future in which every person on Earth could have nourishing food every day.
A future where leaving home could be a choice.
And where all farmers could sow seeds for a better, sustainable future.
What if everyone had the power to secure that future today?
There is only one future. We have the power to choose what it looks like.
No matter who we are or where we are, we all want the same thing.
Our actions are our future.
A zero hunger world is possible if we work together.
Thank you very much.
So together we will work, and we look forward to seeing the solutions as they gradually emerge, and I think that having the goals on tour will be a good opportunity. Next we have Emanuela Cutelli, who's head of communication for the World Food Program in Italy. Emanuela, welcome. Here. Thank you. Center stage.
Welcome, and there should be a video a short video that I would like to show. Thank you. Feed the Future, it's the name of one of our last campaigns, and we thought it's quite fitting for this event. We would like to thank Seeds&Chips and Elisabetta Illy for this wonderful, splendid idea of the Goals on Tour. It's a 4-day inspiring event that's been happening here, and we are really glad, together with our sister agency, FAO and IFAD, to be part of it, to support it, and to contribute it. We occupy the SDG 2 container up there, the Zero Hunger by 2030. 10 years to go. And the question that we keep hearing over and over again, and more often now, it's, will we achieve it? Will we make it? Reaching that goal would mean a revolution for millions of people. Would mean it would be a quiet, healthy, positive revolution for a multitude of people, children, women, who no longer will suffer from hunger and malnutrition, who no longer will have to sell vital assets to provide food for the family, who no longer will have to worry where to find the next meal, where the next meal is coming from, who no longer will be left behind. But let's not fool ourselves. While we all want this revolution to happen, while we think it's within our reach, it's not an easy task. As my colleagues from FAO and IFAD who preceded me mentioned, hunger is on the rise again. After decades of a steady decline, for the 3rd consecutive years, hunger is rising. There are 821 million people who suffer from hunger and malnutrition. Now, 1 in 9 people. The drivers, the causes, you've seen conflict, climate change. The World Food Programme works, the vast majority of our operations are in countries which are affected by conflict. Syria, Yemen, South Sudan, just to name a few. Climate change. We are just reeling from the devastation that 2 cyclones in a row in the last weeks have brought upon Mozambique. And WFP is on the ground supporting the populations who had never seen anything like this before. So, will we achieve it? Is there a secret, maybe, to achieve it? Yes, there is a secret. And the secret is you, each one of you. It's all of us together. It's all of us together raising our voices until they are heard. It's creating a global consciousness that can make the difference. It's pushing a little pebble down the hill till it gains an unstoppable momentum, a gigantic size that cannot be ignored. The future is in our hands. And that's the power, I think, of the Goals on Tour campaign. And that's why we want to support it. Because it's the future of our generations, it's the future of the planet, and the goals are there in these containers which will travel the world, which are visible, tangible. People can relate to them in a very easy way. So the only thing we will ask is, I mean, the World Food Program, together with the other agencies, we do our part. We are in the world, we provide support, assistance to people. We are helping their voice to be heard. But in order for us to really do our job very well, we need you. And so let's make this Golden Tours a success. Let's give it a big push. Let's work on this together. The first thing maybe you can do is to go to the SDG 2 container down in the hall, put yourself in front of the nice, colorful selfie board, do a selfie, disseminate through your social media, tell the world what you are doing to make this place a better place, this world a better world, to your friends, to your family, and we will be there to help you, because us without you will not going anywhere. So that's basically the basic message. I see the time's up, and we'll be there. Thank you again, and let's feed our future together, all together. Thank you.
Thank you. And yeah, as this morning goes on, I'm kind of seeing this wonderful tour of these containers, bringing together people who can make all these dreams really a practical, tangible roadmap. We need to measure the impact of solutions and get a sense of how much can be done when people come together. We next have Michele Clara, who's the Senior Industrial Development Officer at UNIDO. And really my pledge to everyone is bring in your solutions. We sadly know the problems far too well. We look forward to hearing from you.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for inviting us here, and thanks a lot for giving us an opportunity to contribute to this SDG on Tour project. When we were informed about it by the organizers, we were very, very excited, and we pitched in for the SDG 9 on infrastructure, innovation, and industry, largely because it would give us a great opportunity for a self-promotion pitch here with you on our organizational mandate. But perhaps I want to leave that aside. I don't want to tell you too much about what UNIDO is, and I just want to reflect with you what industry can do for SDGs. First of all, if there is a message I would like you to pick up from this event, is that as we will become abundantly clear in later on in the year in New York, we are late on SDGs. We are off track across the board. And so focusing on SDG and making sure that people know about it is essential, because the time, not just my time is running out, the planet's time is running out. When I get asked why industry matters for development, I have normally two audiences. I have representatives from Africa, especially governments, just buy it. As industry is inherently a strategy to improve the well-being of large amounts of people, not just in Africa, in developing countries. So it's self-evident, we need more industrialization, we need more affluence, we need more jobs, we need more products. When I have the same message at dinner table, I tend to be stared at quite weirdly, because I mean, for many people, industry is more the problem than it is the solution. And if you recall the video that we were shown at the beginning, a lot of the stuff that people do not like are either immediate or results of industrialization or of the products we consume. So how do we match the two things? How do we match the very legitimate aspirations of billions of people to affluence and the fact that we only have one planet? And to use a slogan from my son's generation, because we don't have a planet B, we need a plan B for industry. Because if we go for the same industrialization we went through for the last 50, 60 years, we simply won't have a planet to enjoy or to look at the end of the process. That's why at UNIDO, we are looking at solutions that match the imperative of growth, the imperative of environmental preservation, and the imperative of distribution and fairness. That's what we called inclusive and sustainable industrial development. We want to look at shared prosperity, we want to look at productivity, competitiveness, and we want to look at preserving the planet. This links up with a whole number of SDGs which are reflected out there. It links up with zero hunger. It links up with sustainable patterns of consumption and production. It links up with safe use of water and other natural resources. We have tried to spell that out in our container that sits out there, but we're also trying to give you practical examples of how we operate. Ismail is out there, is going to be out there at the end of my speech in our booth to show you how practically this can be done. There is a lot that industry can do for agriculture and rural development. This morning, I walked around the hall, and there's so many things that are needed for a sustainable and sustainable agriculture that are direct product of industry. There's a lot of equipment, there's a lot of mechanization that industry can provide to agriculture, and that's why we think that there are solutions related to off-grid energy, food safety, and mechanization that industry can provide for a sustainable agricultural sector. There's a lot that agriculture can do for industry. Many, many countries, especially low-income countries, can hardly process anything but agricultural products. And value addition, which is so crucial to bring people out of poverty can only take place on the basis of processing agricultural products. Industry and agriculture have to work together for SDGs. And that's what we have been trying to do with our partners in Rome, especially with FAO, obviously. This is what we want to leave you examples in our booth. This is how we think industry can serve at the same time as an enabler of affluence and a trigger for the SDGs as a whole. We're running out of time, not just on industry. We're running out of time for the SDGs at large. My time is up, so I presume somebody's going to come and pick me up.
So much, because you closed it beautifully. We are running out of time in all areas, but this is just the beginning of a greater collaboration and of implementing solutions. As you said, many are out there. Thank you very much. Look forward to seeing you on tour. Okay, and next we have Maria Teresa Pisani, who's head of the Sustainable Trade Unit at the Economic Cooperation and Trade Division of UNECE. Welcome. Hi. Nice to meet you. Welcome to Center Stage.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone, and thank you to Seeds and Chips and Elisabetta Illy for the invitation to be part of this great initiative, Goals on Tour. Very enthusiastic to be part of this and to take, the goals really around the world in our daily lives. At the United Nations Economic Commission for Europe, we have decided to pick on one of the goals, on goal 12, responsible consumption and production, to demonstrate what do we do actually to help countries, to help citizens, to help the business sector to achieve the targets of this transformative agenda for people, the planet, for peace and for prosperity. And I would like to start from a very concrete question that will bring us focus on one specific sector, that is garment, footwear, and clothing, the fashion sector, to show how concretely actually we can advance sustainability and responsible production and consumption in a specific industry. Well, fashion industry is one of the biggest industries globally. Its business, it's worth something like $3 billion US. It employs 80 million people approximately all over the world, mostly women and in poor countries. And it has a very complex and sophisticated value chain with production facilities scattered all over the world. At the same time, it's one of the sectors and the industries with the highest impact for the environment, for the society, and for our health. 25% of chemicals produced globally are used in this industry and are cause of something like 10% of our skin diseases. Coming to the social impacts, 87% of the women employed in this sector in poor countries actually do not make it to a living wage. And not to mention the environmental impacts in terms of CO2 emissions, water consumption, and impacts in terms of land degradation. We know very well that these impacts are there. The problem is that consumers, the industry itself doesn't really know where these impacts are happening. So there is very limited visibility over the supply chain and very limited opportunity to concretely address these challenges and to reduce these impacts. So tracking and tracing the value chain is certainly a key priority, is a top priority for the industry and according to the business sector itself. In our agency at UNEC, we have therefore launched a project to bring all the stakeholders around the table, governments, so policy makers, representatives of civil society, the business sector, to come up with a system that enhances the traceability and the transparency of the value chain in this industry to allow consumers on one side and industry on the other side to take responsible and informed decisions. That builds on the work and the experience of our agency on traceability, transparency of value chains in the agri-food and the fishery sector, where we have developed systems and standards that are currently used all over the world. Well, it's just an example of how the UN can come up with concrete solutions to support the achievement of the goals, in this case SDG 2 and 12 and responsible production and consumption, and is an example of how we need to come all together around the table to devise concrete solutions to achieve the targets of this transformative agenda. The agenda tells us what to do. It is now time to come up with solutions, to understand how to do it, and to do it quickly and now. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Okay, I'll take this. Thank you. In fact, this will be the tool for the next guests who are coming up as a trio: Vittorio Cammarota, Ludovica Ghizzoni, and Regina Timasova from the International Trade Center. I wanted to call women first, but okay, so you're going to be passing this around?
Yes. Thank you for having
Oh,
us.
there you go. He took the microphone first.
No, wait. If you're wondering why it's three of us and not just one.
No, I was just wondering why you took the microphone first. Here, come to the center,
yes.
please.
Actually, it goes back to SDG 5. You might know that the UN system has set as a target to reach 50% men and 50% women in our agency. And today we wanted to show that actually at the International Trade Center we have gone beyond, and we have actually 66 women and 34 men. This is why we came, in three. Thank you very much to Seeds&Chips for having us here. Thank you very much to Elisabetta Illy for curating a wonderful exhibition. We thought it was a good idea and a great idea for the International Trade Center to be part of it, because all our work, as that of many agencies of the UN, is geared to the achievement of the SDG. What we do is We support small and medium enterprises in developing countries for them to have access to markets. We work with the base of the pyramid. We work with men, we work with women, with young people, for them to get out of poverty through economic activities. We support women-owned and women-managed business. We train young people for them to become entrepreneurs. We work with farmers. And we work with governments for them to develop export policies and policies that will support small and medium enterprises. Of course, we work also with food and sustainability. I mean, trade is part of our daily life. We all, are engaged with transactions every day when we buy our food. And I will now pass the word to my colleague, Regina Tamesova, that will tell you a little more about what we do with food and sustainability.
Thank you, Vittorio. Good morning, everyone. I'm very pleased to see all of you here. So let me start by throwing this number. So imports of food products in 2018 reached 19.6 trillion US dollars. It's a huge amount. And a lot of these products are produced in least developed and developing countries, and many of them are produced by smallholder farmers or small and medium enterprises. So, of course, in these countries, meeting sustainable development goals, addressing sustainability issues is a big challenge, and this is where ITC jumps in. So the motto of our organization is export impact for good. So we help enterprises and producers in these countries to trade, also by helping them to address sustainability issues. So as Vittorio mentioned, we work with women entrepreneurs, we work with young entrepreneurs, and this year we are also tapping into climate change adaptation and resource efficiency in enterprises. So we are starting a unique methodology, a unique project to address climate change adaptation, mitigation, and to address circular economy issues and resource efficiency. We are also assisting enterprises to meet the requirements of what we call voluntary sustainability standards. Sustainability standards such as fair trade, global organic, these are the standards that can help enterprises to address sustainability issues and also reach the buyers, especially in developed countries, buyers like retailers, wholesalers, brand manufacturers, who increasingly require producers to comply with the standards. So this is, in a nutshell, our work in the field of sustainability. And Ludovica, my colleague, will now speak about one of the projects.
Thank you, Regina. So let's take a journey together to Sri Lanka. Sri Lanka, where we aim to increase the income of producers through better quality of produce and market access. And we look at the case of Ruwan, who is a small-scale farmer who actually grows pineapple, coconut, and ginger, and every day face the challenges of fluctuation of prices, quality, volumes, different standards required by the buyers and by the government. So Ruwan, in order to make its business more sustainable economically, decides to improve its production practices and find a niche where to sell its products. And this is where ITC jumps in to address the needs of smaller-scale producers and exporters. So we actually train and coach more than 600 farmers, producers, and exporters by getting information on what the market requires and what the rules are, by providing training and coaching on improvement of production through good agricultural practices, safer use of pesticides, through packaging, value addition, and then, more importantly, to make the linkages with the market. So we have an association in Sri Lanka, the Exporter Association, that signed an agreement with a leading company in Italy in dried fruits, where actually for the next 10 years they will export dehydrated fruits under the brand of Sri Lanka. And this brings higher income, better job opportunities, and shows how the private partnership with international cooperation can actually help to bring social economic development. So come and visit us to our stand, to our container number 8. Thank you.
Thank you very much, all.
Thank you. Thank you for the solutions. We will come and visit you and taste the delicious fruits from Sri Lanka. Now it's time to call Paolo Gibello, who is the president of the Deloitte Foundation. Who is going to the podium. Thank you.
Good morning. Good morning, everybody. I'm honored to be here today in my capacity as president of Fondazione Deloitte. The Italian Deloitte Foundation, along with such a panel of speakers coming from prestigious organizations. I'm also delighted to be here because all of us are committed to find solutions for a sustainable future. Specifically, I would like to mention Politecnico di Milano. We have built with them an enduring cooperation over the course of many years, and now we are here together to share the same commitment to sustainable goal number 4, quality education. Now let's spend a couple of minutes with a video.
Febbraio 2016. Nasce Fondazione Deloitte.
Dobbiamo dare valore a 2 parole, coraggio e compassione, nell'accezione più nobile del loro termine.
L'impegno del singolo diventa l'impegno di molti. Un impegno comune in più ambiti. Crediamo nel valore della cultura e della sua diffusione. Per questo sosteniamo grandi progetti, come il patrocinio del MUDEC e Pompei accessibile, perché il nostro patrimonio culturale sia alla portata di tutti. Proprio tutti. Educazione, istruzione e ricerca possono fare la differenza per il loro futuro. Sosteniamo la ricerca scientifica di Telethon, che può salvare molte vite. Anche le nostre persone ci hanno messo la faccia con un selfie per la ricerca. Solidarietà e passione per chi ne ha bisogno. Le catastrofi naturali mettono in difficoltà sempre più popolazioni. Nelle emergenze diamo il nostro contributo, come per Amatrice. Le nostre persone hanno donato oltre 50.000 euro e Fondazione Deloitte ha raddoppiato la somma. Avremo nuove storie da raccontare, ma avremo soprattutto dei sogni da condividere.
At Deloitte, we are aware that to move forward, you have to give back. This is why in February 2016, we established Fondazione Deloitte to fulfill the desire to be more responsible and careful towards society and our communities. We had a dream, and we still have a dream. Our dream is to improve the world through beauty, progress, and support to those in need. In 3 years of life, Fondazione Deloitte has developed 25 different initiatives in its 3 different areas of commitment, impacting the communities, our people, and our clients. In each of our areas of commitment, we foster concrete, sustainable, and targeted activities, and this is our roadmap. Externally, we create partnerships with leading entities to pursue shared goals as primary museums and universities, NGOs, and scientific research centers. Internally, we help our people develop their social commitment with individual and group projects tailored for them to give a direct contribution. We have recently launched a project named Food for Change, an important initiative to give a concrete and immediate answer to the problem of food and environmental sustainability. We have taken this responsible action in collaboration with Slow Food and Carlo Petrini, the founder. Carlo is one of the most influential Italian players in the field of sustainability and impact, nutritional and environmental education. Petrini is the key figure of an internal campaign to create awareness among our people of a more responsible and sustainable behavior towards food and environment. Yes, Deloitte is also committed to empowering people to succeed in a rapidly changing global economy by 2030. Globally, millions have been left behind, unable to fulfill their aspiration. They lack the education, skills, and training needed. This is why Deloitte created a project named World Class. At the global Deloitte level, through World Class, we are applying our core skills, experience, and global reach to empower more people through education, skills development, and access to opportunity. By collaborating with businesses, governments, and educators, we can transform learning and enable individuals to assess the skills they really need to meet future job demands. We would like to prepare 50 million futures for a world of opportunity, and we will. At Deloitte, we have the chance to make a difference. Let's get it started. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now it's time to hear from Ida Ferrero, who's member of Sustainable Luxury Academy of the Politecnico di Milano, and we heard about the connection between the Fondazione Deloitte and Politecnico, so we look forward to your presentation. Are you going to the podium?
Thank you everybody for being here with us. Thank you to Elisabetta Illi and Michael Gualtieri for inviting us, and to Paolo Di Bello for his words on the collaboration between Politecnico and Deloitte in these years. I'm Ida Ferrero on behalf of the school management of Politecnico, and I have to say that our mission is based on 3 pillars at the school: outstanding research, top quality education, and serving the community. Serving the community helps to foster the social, economic, and cultural development of the territory of reference. This is very important because we are facing a next production revolution paradigm. Sustainability is related to caring about future generations. And we are a school, so this is our first responsibility. Sustainability then involves also the whole value chain. So leveraging human capital through the sharing of knowledge and capacity building is mandatory for the future inclusion of all people, especially people from deprived areas. We can achieve this, on one side, by building a culture of sustainable development throughout our programs, didactical programs, and on the other side, by facilitating the collaboration between universities, companies, institutions, and consumers. We already collaborate with many of you, and we hope in future to collaborate with all of you. Some highlights on our projects, because we have projects, didactical projects as Global Masters, where our students travel among the countries while studying. We have a Global Master on Luxury, where they travel between Milan and Rome, and then they go to Mumbai and Dubai. We have academies and observatories where we share best practice, and under the perspective of our social commitment, we have a lot of initiatives in deprived areas. For instance, as an example, we developed an intervention on ICT field for children of an Ecuador school, or we helped capacity building of women employed in knitting sector in Peru. We are also very involved in Africa in this moment with a lot of projects for food, for fishing, and so on. So we are going to face a new world in a very short period with new production schemes. And I'm happy that before me, luxury and fashion sector were mentioned, because we are going to rethink the whole supply chain in that sector, respecting the consumers with more traceability and transparency, and also trying to give more longevity to products in a circular economy. But to do this, we need to respect our workforce and social conditions, and paramount is training. Quality education is something we believe in as a school, but we need to help people to improve capabilities and entrepreneurial attitude in order to enhance the conditions of the more deprived areas. Thank you for being with us.
Thank you very much. Now do please give a round of applause to Elisabetta Lattanzi-Illy, who is coming up next, because the connection between her and Marco Gualtieri, her and Seeds and Chips, is not only mind to mind, but heart to heart. And as a journalist and a photographer, come here as we talk about you, she balances the importance of celebrating beauty and therefore honoring what we need to preserve, but also focusing on what has to be done. And that's why the solution of Goals on Tour, which is very promising at many levels as a hub of communication, as a way to bring people together, is the natural, I would say, expression of Elisabetta's sensibility, her intelligence, and her talent. So please welcome her, and let's listen open-heartedly to her vision on this beautiful project and how it can spread awareness on key issues and, more than anything, drive us to action. Would you like to stand here? Yes. Center stage.
Thank you so much. I will start with a native proverb. Tell me a fact, and I will learn. Tell me the truth, and I will believe. But tell me a story, and it will remain in my heart forever. And I will try to tell you a story, hopefully. First of all, I want to thank the UN agency and all the private partners to jump with us, with Seeds&Chips, on the container. Who I am? I'm Elisabetta Illy. I am a photographer and a journalist, and I started more than 25 years ago collecting the history from all over in the world. And who gave me the start was my father-in-law, Ernesto, and he used to tell me always a very, very nice history about producing the countries that produce raw material. And once I told him, but Ernie, why don't we share this knowledge with the world? And then here I am. So 25 years starting advocating the equal dignity for all. My mission, is to shed the light, to open the light and to challenge and the beauty of those countries that are, believe me, I'm always on the ground with those people, and it's an experience that I really want to share with all the world. And I explore more than 30 countries and developing countries. And then I founded Manus Loci, that is a no-profit organization. And within time, I wrote a book on coffee. And then I tried to discover the world of tea, the world of teak, always in order to share the knowledge and to share what I discovered during my travel. And after years, I understood that there was like an umbrella on my project, and the umbrella was that a common denomination. So it was raising awareness. It was sharing the positive change, spreading knowledge, and giving humanity, empower the women, because with the woman, we can change the world. If we raise a good gender equality, empowering the women, we can really change the future of developing countries. And this is not because I'm a woman, but I have the opportunity to share with the women and to listen to the stories. Then I founded a photo agency that it's a Picture of Change, POC. Because as a photographer, I can shoot people and countries and tradition, and I want to share with all the people. And this is the very good way in an era of a digital era, is a very good and simple and easy way to share awareness. And I'm committed on the SDGs because I realized that every single project, every project I done with the UN and nation or with the private sector is about a goal. So why don't put everything on a same box and try to share and to create awareness. And this is the project, as I told you, Picture of Change. And you have the hashtag Picture of Change on Instagram. And this is the way to jump on the container, to jump with us on the container, to jump with us to create awareness around SDGs. Here we are with Seeds&Chips and with Marco Gualtieri and with our 16 container. This is an installation, an artist project. I started work with the container a few years ago because for me the container is a magic box. It's something that have no borders, that can go around in the world from the south to the north and have no limits. You can fill it with what you want, with ideas, with tradition, with culture, and with helps. And they arrive everywhere. They can travel through the mountains and through the oceans. And this is my idea of Picture of Change that I would like to share with you. And I really ask you to jump with us on the container. And I would like to call Marco Gualtieri because with this kind of guest, with special guest, I cannot see a better way to say kick off of our container. So this is just the beginning of our trip, and I would ask you to be with us. And Marco, kick off. This is the starter of the trip of the container, and I want that they join every single corner in the world, and we need you. A leitmotif of
it's just the beginning of a long journey. We hope it will be exciting and etc. We forgot to tell that there are 16 containers, not 17. There is a mistake over there. Why? Because we represent the 17th. So we decided just to do 16 because wherever we will bring the containers, people around them will represent the 17th, the collaboration. I think we should have a video or not?
No, it's not. No.
Okay.
I'm very.
Valerio is not here.
Very short.
Okay.
I don't know if we have a video. I don't really know.
We have a video.
Maybe.
Okay.
There is a world to rebuild with care, with strength, piece by piece, to remedy past mistakes, to restore color to the earth, to once again have hope for a more just tomorrow. 17 goals, 17 challenges, 17 opportunities. All together united on this journey. Long, difficult, but crucial. Destination, future. And this is only the beginning of the journey.
And this is the kickoff of the Golden Tour. Thank you so much.
Welcoming partners to help them actually get in motion, but really as a collector, a space where to gather solutions and have conversations. No better vehicle, really. So thank you very much.
Thank you.
And if you haven't spent time in the containers yet, please go do so. We look forward to seeing you at the closing ceremony, where we can celebrate all this wonderful action that has taken place in the last 4 days.
But we have another guest right now, just to close, you know?
Fantastic.
Because when someone asks me, what about food? I say, food is everything. It's the center for everything. We cannot do nothing without food. And we know. But probably there is something that is on top of that is culture. We need much more culture. We need education. Also with the goals. We need to educate everybody, not only the young people. And very happy that my country just a few days ago approved a law but now is in the Parliament, as it has been approved by the House, and I hope the Senate will do the same, to bring education on SDGs inside the schools. So I would like to invite the President of Cultura Italia, an association that is working not only in Italy. Today is making an announcement. Please join us, Angelo Argento, on the stage.
This is the spirit of Seeds and Chips. People keep on coming on board, so fantastic to hear about how we can raise the toll and be more educated and knowledgical.
I don't know if Angelo will speak in Italian, Sicilian, or
whatever
in English,
language works.
whatever.
Anyway, I speak in Sicilian.
Fantastico.
Just to say a few words, Angelo 2 years ago launched a platform called Cultura Italia. It's a no-profit organization that joins many people from Italy that want to work for this country but want to use the culture, the Italian culture, the global culture as the main language, the main mainstream for everything, and is doing a great job. As he asked me to join, I answered immediately yes. And today, I think it's the time to move abroad, and so Angelo Argento is here to tell us something.
And how you're impollinating the world.
Grazie. Scusate se parlo con la mia lingua, parlo in italiano perché lo conosco leggermente un po' meglio dell'inglese, e anche perché preferisco parlare con la mia lingua, perché la mia lingua è quella che caratterizza in qualche modo l'associazione che presiedo, Cultura Italie, nella sua dinamica ovviamente linguistica, che è quella che richiama la radice culturale dell'Italia, e cioè il latino. Abbiamo utilizzato non a caso questa parola, il latino, per caratterizzarci ancora di più da questo punto di vista come associazione che vuole guardare alla cultura come elemento attraverso il quale non soltanto credere e costruire insieme un processo di sviluppo etico dei paesi, del popolo, ma anche e specialmente economico. Quindi sono molto grato a Seeds&Chips, sono molto grato a Marco Gualtieri per aver accolto questo invito e risposto alla sua richiesta di fare qualcosa insieme, e oggi lanciamo da questo palco, un progetto comune che è Cultura Mundi, cioè una sorta di associazione anch'essa no profit, che ha uno scopo soltanto, quello di costruire ponti tra culture diverse. Nei 17, o meglio 17 goals non c'è mai la parola cultura, perché per due motivi: perché la cultura è trasversale, è il fondamento di tutti i goals, ma anche perché spesso purtroppo la cultura è divisiva. Quando la cultura diventa ragione dell'identità di un paese, è lo strumento attraverso il quale si motivano le guerre, si motivano le distanze e si alzano i muri. Ecco, noi quei muri li vogliamo distruggere, e li vogliamo distruggere con la forza appunto della cultura, attraverso che cosa? La costruzione di progetti in cui Marco sarà ovviamente elemento fondativo assieme a Seeds&Chips, che facciano di quelle due parole, che è sostenibilità divisa in sostegno e abilità, un elemento fondativo. Cosa facciamo? Semplicemente portiamo best practice, portiamo quello che sappiamo fare, lo mettiamo a disposizione di chi lo vuole per sviluppare economia, sviluppare lavoro, occupazione all'interno di ogni singolo paese che ce ne farà richiesta, attraverso l'utilizzo di che cosa? Della propria tradizione culturale, della propria forza, della propria capacità di essere appunto oggi competitivi nel mondo.
Allora Presidente, mi lasci fare un'anticipazione, perché Cultura Mundi parte qua oggi, ne siamo contenti, però già si allargherà a San Marino e a settembre verrà con noi a Melbourne, perché questo, e lo diremo anche oggi pomeriggio nella sessione di chiusura, da qua devono partire appunto, il nostro nome parla da solo, siamo dei semi che poi devono far nascere quello che noi grazie alla presenza di tutti sintetizziamo in questa 4 giorni, devono nascere e diffondersi il più possibile nel mondo. Grazie mille ad Angelo Argento.
Grazie Marco Gualtieri,
grazie.
Siamo rimasti noi due.
Non è ancora ora di ballare, magari
not yet. Later we
ora.
will dance. We started dancing with Rocky Dauni at the opening,
dancing.
and we will finish dancing with Australia in the afternoon. So please join us
for the party.
For the party, for the closing ceremony, for the award ceremony at 2 o'clock in this room.
2 or 2:30?
2:30, 2:40. Anyway, we are here.
Anyway, soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.